Hi, tutors. I want to address something that a couple of you have self-identified as something that you need to work on, which is asking good questions or even knowing what are good questions. You have observed that some of the people that you work with are really good at doing this, and you're wondering how to get up to their level. So let's take a look at this job application context that hopefully you just watched the video for. From this ad, we've identified these three topic areas that the writer needs to justify or needs to include. And so I would start any questions asking them, where in this description or where just in your experience itself do you include these things? So a specific question that I might ask would be, the ad seems to call a lot for analysis and analytic methods. Can you tell me what kind of methods you used? Or the ad mentions client interactions. Can you tell me some more? Is there a specific time that you interacted with clients? So I think many of you are including these types of questions. What I see you not doing is what I would do next after I get an answer, which is ask, what else? And I think more and more you need to do some follow-up questions. So for instance, if you ask this and a writer gives you an answer, keep probing, because it might be that the second or third thing they say is really a lot stronger than the first thing that comes to their mind. So make sure your goal here is to get as much information on the page as possible. So asking, what else? Do you have another experience that shows this? Or how about this other experience that you've written about? Does it have any client interactions in it? Or did it have an analytic method? What was that? Then after I work with writers to kind of generate material, I switch from those sort of topic-driven questions, asking them about specific topics. And this applies not just to job ads, but to, say, thesis-driven essays, where we might ask the writer, grounded in the prompt, oh, the prompt seems to call for X. Can you tell me some more about X? Or the rubric says you need a complex thesis, or you need to make an actual argument for what Amy should do in this particular situation. Can you explain to me? Always though go and ask after they give you an answer, say, what else? What else should Amy do? Or what other reasons do you have? Get all of that out there on the page. A lot of times writers hold back from something that's really good because they're not secure about it. They'll give you the most obvious answer first, but it's really the less obvious one, the one that they're maybe a little bit unsure about, that you need to help them bring to the surface. That's going to be the really cool thing that they can emphasize. After I ask these topic-driven questions, I often move to prioritization questions, in which I say, all right, let's look at the things we have on the page. Which is most expensive? Or I might take that job ad that lists 9 different bullets, and I'd ask them, which one do you think readers will find most impressive? Okay, do you have any other experiences like that one that could maybe go with that, or we could combine with it? Um, or I might ask in a job ad situation, what most distinguishes you from others? Or I might ask a student in a thesis-driven writing situation, all right, so what makes this argument a little bit more unique? Or why do I need to be persuaded about this? Ask them, which of your arguments do you think is the most interesting, that your readers will have the most questions about? So I often move from topic-driven questions to more prioritization questions. Or I move from things that are grounded in the rhetorical context. So looks like you should include this. What do you have to say about that? Keep asking till I am sure we've exhausted everything that they have to say. Then move on to prioritization questions. I hope this helps a little bit, and I look forward to what other questions you all have for me. Thanks.